Hello again and welcome back to the Godzilla 65 YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the 30 centimeter X Plus Space Godzilla. It is the diamond release. I cannot really tell if there's anything different about it from the original release because I don't have the original release, but it still looks pretty damn good. So let's get started with that. Alright, so here we are with the 30 centimeter Space Godzilla. I already took the liberty to measure him because he is pretty big. So he's probably about 13 inches tall from his head to foot. This is like measuring it from the side. And 14 inches tall if you want to count the crystal on his shoulder. Okay? What I really love about this figure is it looks like it's gray, but I took a picture of it with a flash and it had some blue highlights in it. For some reason, you cannot really tell. Let's see. Maybe you can see some of it. Just by looking at it, he looks gray. But it is a huge figure. So let's take a look at some of the detail. We'll start out with the head. So X Plus did a real good job on the sculpt of this, and of course the paint job. I know there's a Rick version of it, I think, but I don't know. I think maybe that lights up, or maybe the crystals light up. I'm not really sure. So if we get to a close-up of his face, we can see that his eyes are painted red, and the inside of his mouth looks like some tans and some browns. Oh, that is so great. I love the detail on it. Now, an interesting note about this figure, which something I noticed, was the two horns here. They kind of remind me of some of the horns that are around Vigilante. And that is kind of an interesting coincidence. Although they're two completely different monsters. So as you can see, there's great detail around the crystals. You can actually, I think you can see through those, but I don't feel like trying to do it. Okay. So going around, we're just going to turn it around the back. And you can see all the crystal type structures on the back that represent Space Godzilla's dorsal plates. For him, they're crystals and not really like for Godzilla. The color of these is mostly looks like kind of a white with some highlights down there. Maybe some purple highlights or pink or red. Let's see. Same around the crystals. You got some highlights around here. And there's some reds right there. I think it's red. Yeah. And the same thing goes down. There's still some highlights on the back. Alright, so going all the way down to the tail. This is gigantic, I tell you. I mean, it's not the gigantic figure, but it is pretty big. So you can see all the highlights. There's some right there. Like I say, it looks gray, but when I took pictures of it, it has like a blue, maybe kind of a blue highlight to it. Okay, so that's pretty much the tail there. We'll swing it around here. It looks like there's probably some reds right there on his leg. some highlights. Same thing on his feet. I think it's, yeah, both feet, there's the same highlights. The detail is so incredible. I have a Bondi Space Godzilla, and I thought it looked good, but this one looks so much better. I mean, I still like the Bondi one, but this one does look better. Okay, so you can get an overall view of it. Now let's talk about the front. I'll tip him back a little bit. You can see there's lots of reds. Just incredible detail on the chest. Same thing on his stomach. This is kind of strange though. This looks like it's some kind of pouch. I don't think they meant to do it that way, but that's what it looks like. Okay, so we checked out some of the detail. If you ever had any questions about a figure I review, please feel free to leave a comment, or if there's something in my collection you might like to see reviewed. So, I have the Godzilla 1989 X Plus 30 centimeter figure from the movie Godzilla vs. Biollante, and that's the only Godzilla I have at the moment for a size comparison. And Space Godzilla was bigger than Godzilla in the movie, so I'm going to bring out my 89 Godzilla for size comparisons. So, having them side by side, you can generally see their size comparisons. And Godzilla 89, he is 12 inches tall. I already took the liberty to measure him. So you can generally see their size comparisons. Let's try another view. Let's turn him around here. And let's put 89 here. So you can see it's pretty big. I got the 89 30 centimeter Godzilla because it's actually my favorite suit from the Heisei series. There were modifications throughout the 90s of it, but I think I still like this one the best. I have another 30 centimeter Godzilla from the Heisei series coming next month, and I think it's the 92 version. I think I've covered mostly everything on it. Okay, so that concludes my review for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment on or subscribe or like, whatever you want to do. I'd appreciate it. And till next time, take care.